Hey there, Mobolaji here, founder of Go Beyond Yourself Network, and I'm an entrepreneur success coach. And basically what I help people do is discover your passion, help you go beyond yourself in achieving your goals. And what I'll be holding on this particular podcast, which will be in series, will be various strategies, various tips, various hacks around the digital platform, around the social media platform that you can actually use as a struggling entrepreneur, as a struggling passion owner, to help you step your business to the next level. Do you want more sales? Do you want more customers? Do you want more leads? Do you want more profit? Do you want more expansion and elevation in your business? Then I'm here to actually support you irrespective of the country you're in. So it is time to get you to go beyond yourself. Go. It's time. Hi. So I've actually got some concerns, especially from clients, saying that they have a program and they struggle around retaining their interns, or they struggle around holding on to people that seems to work with them. Okay, so for instance, I have someone in the shoe industry saying that he has this program that he's running, and is trying to build his business within the footwear industry, and he tends to recruit interns. And his recruitment of interns entails, getting people afresh. They have no idea about the footwear industry. They have no idea about leathers, about soles, how to make shoes, and all that stuff. Okay, then he takes them, as a novice. Then he trains them with the intention that they are going to, be valuable to his own project, which happens to be his own business. However, what he has observed is that most of them tend to opt out to starting their own thing after they have actually learned a lot from this particular client. So at a particular point in time, he told me that he was thinking of quitting, and I decided to say, okay, I need to help him out. So helping him out is part of the reason I'm sort of sharing this with the world. So if you're actually in that kind of shoe whereby you have a business, probably an SME, a small business or an upcoming business, and you have a particular skill whereby you tend to take people into your program, and after training them, they don't pay a bit of loyalty, back to your business. They tend to opt out and leaving you stranded, meaning you have to start all over again. Then this particular podcast, this particular session, is for you. I also have another client as well, which she actually happens to be, in the baking and catering industry. And our struggle has actually been the same. Okay, she's an expert in baking and all that stuff. And then she tends to take in interns that are novice. They had no clue around the baking industry, the bakery, catering industry. Okay, and after she must have, several times, taught them what they need to know, when it's now time for them to pay loyalty back to our old business, they tend to opt out. They tend to leave her stranded, meaning that it becomes like a cycle, and she has to start all over again, and same thing happens all over again. So if you find yourself in this position, what then do you need to do? Seriously, this is a big problem. What then do you need to do? What you need to do is to understand one fact. You can't hold people down. Understand that fact. But what you can actually leverage and benefit is, for how long can you have them under your umbrella such that they serve your business for that time being, they tend to, be valuable back to your business before they finally opt out. Meaning that you can't hold people down. They will definitely leave you at the end of the day to starting their own thing. Okay. But what you can actually do or benefit or work around or try to establish is make them stay maybe for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, not that they'll be in the middle in months and they'll just opt out just like that. So what you need to do, for you to sort of elongate their temporary stay with your business is to establish what they will look forward to. I repeat, what you need to factor, the system that you need to build under your business is an element, is a factor that they need to look forward to. They need to look up to. It's more like the way we have our parents. We look up to our parents. Why do we look up to our parents? Because they've achieved some things in life. They have achieved some things in life, and we either want to match what they have achieved or surpass what they have achieved. So the next question that comes to our mind is, how did they get to where they are? Okay, they went through primary school, secondary school, university, etc. Did some practical sessions before they gain experiences, before they go to where they are. So you know that, okay, there's a framework, there's a pathway that you have to follow. First and foremost, you have to, adopt education. You have to, just say it. So the same way with your business, okay? As you are bringing your interns in, you need to during your enrollment process, you need to establish factors and elements that they will look up to, more like success stories, more like testimonials of people that used to be in your program and how big they have actually become. So, for instance, now, if you for like that, my client that is in the shoe industry, okay, if you have had, some people pass through your company, maybe they stayed for 2 years, or just saying, or people that pass through your company and have gone to have maybe a network of businesses in the footwear industry, that can be one of your first pointers that you would showcase to your new intern. So letting them know that, hey, intern, this is Mr. ABC. He used to be with me, okay, and he learned from me. Upon learning from me for a specific period that is actually needed, he has gone after, we parted ways, but we are still in business relationship. He has gone to open multiple networks of businesses because he followed the guideline, he followed the principles that I've actually established, as a guide. What guide will you now be explaining? Because that will be the next thing the intern will be interested in. Oh, Mr. ABC passed through your company, and Mr. ABC is now successful in his own business. The next question that will be in the mind of the intern will be, what guide, what framework, what system did you expose to Mr. ABC to have made him to be successful? Meaning that as an intern, I want to get hold of this system, I want to adopt this system, I want to pass through this system, I want to learn this system towards matching up with Mr. ABC or even surpassing Mr. ABC. So, as the business owner now, your system, your framework, your guideline will now entail what you want. It will entail the elements of what you want. You can now say, okay, part of what you need to understand is that you are not just coming into my company just for 1 month, for 2 months, 3 months, and you just opt out. It will not work. You need to follow what other people have done. So that means you have to learn this guideline, this system, this framework. And trust me, the fastest, the smartest person that I've actually ran through this framework in my company, I think stayed for 2 years, 3 years before he opted out to starting his own business, and we are still in business relationship, such that if I get businesses, I can outsource to him for him to work on, and he can deliver those outputs to me, and I can have them render to other clients that I run. At times, he gets some jobs that is sent to me, and I expose those jobs to my interns so that they can use it as a production line experience, okay, to working, gathering experience, gathering knowledge, and I can deliver the output back to my former intern. Okay, so it is important that you understand that this system that I'm exposing you to will take time and not a long time. Perhaps 2 years, 3 years, okay, you would have mastered this system. But like I mentioned earlier on, the fastest person that have actually mastered this system, this guideline that I have in place, spent 3 years. Just giving you guys an example. So any intern that is coming in and you have actually incorporated this as part of your enrollment process, you are already managing the expectation of that intern, in the sense that the intern would have had success stories, testimonials of people that have actually passed through your company. And he will also understand, the intern will also understand that, there's a system in place, there's a framework in place, there's a guideline in place that I need to abide with if I want to match up with these other success stories or surpass these other success stories. So with that, what will be in the mind of the intern is, how soon can I quickly match up or learn, master these success stories? He will understand that it's not going to be a 2 months thing. It's not going to be a 6 months thing. It's not going to be a 1 year thing. It's not going to be a 1.5 years thing. It's going to be a thing of maybe 2 years, 3 years, or even more. So with that, because you have managed the expectation of that particular intern, okay, that intern will now stay longer. And staying longer this intern will exhibit loyalty to your business by giving value to your business. Now, giving value to your business, we now build more trust, more relationship, more partnership, such that at the end of the 3 years period or the 2 years period or the 3 years plus period that intern has been with you, okay, you guys would have established, strong bonds, so that by the time that intern opts out to starting his or her own thing, you still maintain relationship. That's the phase 2. You still maintain business relationship with that intern, so that if you get jobs, okay, you can have those jobs routed or outsourced to that your intern to work on them, and by the time she is done, okay, or he is done, she can send back the output to you, and you can have those delivered to your clients. And the same way, because you now have good relationship with your intern might even have other jobs outside that he or she cannot cope with. And what will now happen, okay, eventually will now be that she will now be the one reaching out to you to say, I want to leverage some of your own interns because I have a job and I think it's too much for me to handle. And you can have some of those jobs collected from your intern and give them to your own former intern and give them to your own interns who can work on it and use that to gather experience. Okay, with that, you can now, at the long run, create a system such that your interns will not just opt in and opt out just like that, but they will stay longer in your business. So another illustration is that my other client that happens to be in the baking space. Okay, imagine she having, let's say, a success story or a testimonial of somebody that worked with her for a period of time, and perhaps that person has gone to become one of the chefs with the presidency or at the state house or with a high dignitary. Okay, so that will now be in that success story, that testimonial with our company will now be incorporated into our enrollment program, such that any subsequent intern that is opting in to our company to work for her, to learn and work along the way, okay, she will now the same way establish a guideline, a framework, a system, such that she will let them know that, okay, you are coming into my bakery firm or my baking firm or catering firm. Okay, so it is important that you need to understand that, okay, this person are part of those people that actually passed through my company, but they just did not pass through my company. They actually passed through a guideline, a system, a framework, until they've mastered it before they started their own thing. So because they've mastered this system, this guideline, this framework that I actually put in place, okay, they've actually gone to be successful in this way, that way. As a matter of fact, one of them is now a chef to a state house and all that. Okay, one of these days, I'll ask him or I'll ask her to pop in so that she can hold 1 or 2 sessions with you guys to motivate you guys. Okay, but it is important that you need to understand that outside you learning, there are some basic there are some important strategic guidelines and systems that you need to master. So you need to learn them, you need to adopt them, and you need to master them. It is after you've actually mastered them, that is when I personally can say you are good to go to starting your own thing. But without this, okay, unfortunately, you won't be able to achieve much. So it's important that you understand what you're opting into with my firm, so that you get hold of this success recipe towards helping you build your own business. Okay, it's also important that you understand that by the time you opt out to starting your own business, while you are trying to sort out for clients, I'll be supplying you with some clients, some businesses, so that you can use that as your maiden launch to starting your own business, to starting your own bakery business. It could be people needing cakes for weddings, for this, for that, and I'll just outsource them to you for you to kickstart your business immediately, because I would have had so much confidence in your work, because you actually passed through this system, guideline, and framework that is within my own company. So with this, all the interns that will be coming in for the baking firm, will understand that there are some things, there are some secret sauce, some secret recipe that they need to learn, adopt, and master for them to succeed. Like these other success stories that this client would have mentioned during the point of enrolling them. So with this, you will not just have unserious interns, but you have serious interns that will stay longer with you, add value to your bottom line, and at the long run, eventually by the time they opt out, you still build a business relationship with them, so that you leverage them as an agent for your own business expansion, and they too can leverage yours, and with that it becomes a win-win situation. So this is an important strategy for those of you that are struggling at retaining interns, or struggling at retaining students, or struggling at retaining people that have actually opted into your company, into your small businesses, and after they feel they've learned 1 or 2 things, they just opt out to starting their own thing, and you as a client, you have to start all over again. So this is a strategic solution that hopefully will help you out. Okay, so this is something I want to share with you guys, and if you've seen value in this, you can share it with other colleagues of yours that you feel are having similar issue, and hopefully this will help them out also. So talk to you guys soon. Cheers. Hope you love all the value from this particular podcast. Speaking of value, part of what we are committed to at GBY is to help you as a struggling entrepreneur go beyond yourself in your passion and businesses. And there is no better way to achieving your business goals other than to access our hands-on practical session within the GBY VIP community, where I'd practically be holding you by the hand through our step-by-step digital business framework towards helping you elevate your business at achieving more revenues, more customers, more prospects, more leads, more market reach, more media planning and distribution, more targeting and business expansion. So if this sounds like a good solution to some of your challenges, then I suggest you go to www.gbynetwork.vip and the admin would be guiding you through on next step. So I look forward to seeing you at the other side, as I look forward to helping you step up your business to the next level. So once again, if you wish to achieve results quickly by spending less than 15 minutes on the average daily, then go to www.gbynetwork.vip and let's get your business cracking with growth. Thank you so much, and I'll be seeing you soon at the other side with the VIPs.